You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack 'em. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things, MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong, history. And we good on that, put Jilla on the track and we good on wax. 3, 2, 1, everybody say Bulls on tap. Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty. Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery. Nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news. Go and subscribe. Hang out with Buzzy and Goose. Tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Goose, aka Bull Scripted, and we're here to recap a Chicago Bulls victory, 107-99 over the Utah Jazz. Before we do that, be short. You're going on tapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap, at On Tap Sportsnet. Following Goose at Bull Scripted, me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review, because that shit is cool and tough. And if you want to chop it up with us and talk this win, head on over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button on the On Tap Sportsnet page, hop in there, type your comments up, because we cannot see them from Twitter. We can see them from Facebook or YouTube. Can't see them anywhere else. Go over to the YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Let's chop some shit up and talk about this win. Goose! Got a little gloomy there for a minute. A little tiny gloomy there. But I feel good now. How are you feeling, my man?
I'm feeling fantastic. We knew that this upcoming schedule was going to be tough, and I don't think you can get off to a better start after a loss to the Knicks than beating the last undefeated team in the league. The Jazz are one of those teams that are a legitimate contender that not many people talk about outside of people in Utah, and even people in Utah don't talk about them that much. So, I'm burned. Yeah, I know that. It's a really low blow to take a shot at Utah because everybody does it, but that's just, happens to be the reality of playing in Utah. Great team, but you're not going to hear a lot of the buzz, and the Bulls took care of business tonight. We still got out-rebounded. I believe the Bulls had 45 to the Jazz's 54 rebounds, so kind of just flippy-floppy there. Nine rebound swing, not too bad. Tony Bradley and DJJ got some minutes tonight, and they made a big impact. How'd you feel about that?
Oh, super, dude. When DJJ came in, I was hype. I was hype. Tony Bradley, he was in the last game a tiny bit there. Got him today. I really liked what we saw from him. He will give you valuable minutes. He's a shot blocker. He had 2 blocks here tonight. Disrupted in the paint. Had a couple of very impressive fallbacks to the rim to get his man after coming up on a screen, which I really like to see out of him too. It just shows a high defensive IQ. I was pretty happy with that. But DJJ, man, flying all over the fucking place, doing his thing. I really like to see it. And this is something we didn't get to talk about together, is that Patrick Williams got hurt. We didn't really talk about that because we didn't know the extent of the injury after the Knicks game. We just knew that he got banged up a bit. He's going to be out for what looks like it could be the rest of the season. We don't know. It could be playoff time. He could be back, but I was reading a lot of shit about that left wrist dislocation. I can't remember the exact name of the injury, but a lot of doctors say you lose a lot of mobility in your wrist, or you could. There's a lot of things going on with that, but it sucks losing, Pat, no doubt about it. But I put out a tweet, man, because people are like acting like the season was over. Listen, Pat wasn't giving us a lot. He was not giving us a lot. More out of this season where people thought the Bulls can transcend was if Pat found a stride and was, unbelievable. Didn't happen through the first 5, and that's not to say it wasn't going to happen. It could have definitely happened. But we have tools on the bench to replace what we were getting out of him and still remain competitive. And I'm glad DJJ is getting some run, dude. I'm really happy to see it because I've liked that guy since he was in Miami. Went to Portland, kind of not struggled over there, but wasn't what he was in Miami over there. Maybe he has the time to do it now. Maybe he has the chance to do it now that Pat's out.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a downgrade. You're going to be losing out on the spacing that Pat provides. DJJ doesn't quite have that jumper at this point of his career still, but athletically, versatility-wise, 3-4, you're going to get it. I believe he had 3 or 4 blocks tonight. So, already showing you that versatility on the defensive end. Had that dunk. And he seems to be in the right spots. We needed people to be cutting and putting pressure on the rim, and he does that. So kudos to him tonight for coming in for his first minutes and making an impact. We get to see that going forward because we do have a void to fill. So unless a trade is made, you have to assume that he's the guy.
Yeah, our guy Yump came in here. We were talking Bagley the other day on the podcast, not knowing the extent of, obviously, like I said, about the Patrick Williams injury, but we have Yump in here, and he's like, they're going to have to make a deal to get some size. Going to need that for the postseason run. He's right. Because they're going to need rebounding. And again, you're not going to be able to win a ton of games without rebounding. And I know I've been saying that, and they're finding a way to win while being out rebounded. But here's a crazy stat tonight too, Goose, that kind of blows me away looking at everything. And I during the game, I felt like this was going to happen, or not felt like it was going to happen. I felt like it was happening. But looking at the stat sheet brings it to life. The Bulls won this game 107-99, right? The Jazz hit 11 3-pointers. The Bulls hit 5.
What?
Isn't that right? Isn't that fucked?
No, because I feel like Lonzo had 2 in the first quarter because he started out hot.
Lonzo only had 1. Vooch had 2. And Zach LaVine had 1. And Desumu hit 1. The Bulls had 5. Wait.
And we won by 8 points.
Hang on. They had 6 because if Vooch had 2 3-pointers, right? Ball had 1. That's 3, 4. No, my math's bad. It is 5. I didn't go to college. Sue me. I didn't go to college.
I have to click off of your face and go look because I don't believe you. Holy shit.
I'm telling you, it was only 5 3-pointers, bro. And it's not
5
like
of 21.
Right, and it's not like they shot a ton more fucking free throws either, bro.
No, we just made them, and they didn't.
Right, because they went what? We went 24 for 30. They went 18 for 19. So, I mean, I'm surprised by that. Out-rebounded, 6 less free throws than Utah, and they outscore them 107-99, holding them under 100 points. I understand they didn't have Mike Conley tonight, but holy shit. That's crazy, man.
We did have 11 more free throws than them.
Yes, sir. Get my drink on, David Bennett. You already know it.
And Zach was getting some calls early, which is weird because I'm not used to seeing him get whistles on drives, and he was getting them tonight. So
yeah, I saw you put a tweet out.
Yeah. We're not going to put that one out in audio form, just in case that somebody listens.
Right.
They probably don't read because who gives a shit about what I say on Twitter? But no. So hopefully that's a positive trend. Hopefully Zach continues to get calls for the rest of the season, especially against a great defensive team in the Jazz. I really actually liked what I saw from Tony Bradley tonight, though. Especially
me too.
Gobert
and you know what?
being the opposition.
I think he drove the motivation for Vooch too, because Vooch came back in after Bradley had a couple big blocks, a couple boards that were real nice, and Vooch came in and was playing a lot harder defense because that shot was not falling. Not that he was. Listen, Vooch is way better. We know this.
Well, so I mean, obviously Vooch is way better. He's a fucking all-star.
Right. So I'm just saying that I think it motivated him to play on the other end.
Well, let's make sure that's reiterated as much as possible. He's an all-star.
Right.
But when we talk about size on this team, is the fact that we have an all-star center that is undersized part of our issue? Because the only way you can get bigger than playing your all-star center is to not play your all-star center. And obviously we don't have size at the 4 either, so it's a combination of the two things.
Right.
But does getting a bigger 4 really solve your issue, or does it just clog up the paint? Like, because do you need a traditional 4, or do you need what you have in Derek Jones Jr.?
It depends. It depends on what kind of four you go and get. I mean, I just want a
What
good
kind of
rebounder.
four do you think Billy wants?
I don't give a fuck. I want Marvin Bagley. I don't care who Billy wants. I mean, you're asking me. You're not.
What are you willing to give up for Marvin Bagley?
I'll give up my left nut and case of beer and a second round pick.
Jeez, that's a lot.
I don't want any more kids. I got 2. I'm good.
You still want your balance.
No, I don't. I can't balance anyway. I drink too much. What are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding. I want a rebounding 4. That's what I want. Like I said, like you said, I love what I saw out of DJJ. I think it worked out. Bulls start off kind of hot here. DeRozan is fucking on fire, obviously playing well to start this game, hitting the mid range, and that mid range is what was winning us. We went up at 11 at one point. Second quarter rolls around. Jazz go on a great run, and they kind of take the lead, and we go into halftime down 3. There was a play that I made a mental note of and then put a note in my phone on. This was after Zach LaVine had lost, I want to say it was Donovan Mitchell in the corner, okay? No, it was Bogdanovich, I'm sorry. Zach LaVine left the shooter to go help in the paint, and the shooter hit a 3, and they went to the other end on offense, and then Zoe had turned the ball over to Zach, and Zach fucking smacked his hand, and it felt like I don't know if he was talking to himself or if he was talking to Zoe about the mental lapses. It was the first time this season I've been mad at fucking Zach LaVine.
I'm pretty sure with the hand injury, Zach probably let his emotions of like, fuck, like we let one get away, and he smacked his own hand where he's having the issue, and he was probably just cursing in fucking pain. Like, fuck, you know.
See, I thought he was talking shit, and I was like, about what happened, and I'm like, listen, bro. I
get your boy Zoe, and you got a little defensive.
I got a little defensive. I got a little hot. I'm like, listen, bro.
Man. No.
You don't be losing your defender and then yelling at your fucking teammates on the other end. Like
Zoe and Zach are good, and Zach,
I know they're good. I'm just saying. I was looking at Zach, but then Zach got me back. He brought me back up because the pain that he was in, splitting defenders, getting into the paint, finishing there, hit a big 3. I mean, he did his thing. He had a couple good passes from Zach LaVine tonight too. That thread to Tony Bradley.
I think Zach led the team in assists tonight with 5.
Yeah.
Lonzo did have a couple of dumb turnovers.
Yes, he did.
But in Lonzo fashion, he also had 4 steals, I believe.
Yeah, he did. He
got most of that back.
Yeah.
And that's nice to see. And he did start off hot shooting, kind of fell off towards the end of the game.
I don't know if he scored in the second half.
I don't think he did. And I don't know if it was CB Fred or somebody else that I follow. But I saw somebody tweet he Ben Simmons this a couple times.
Oh, God.
Which is true. And hopefully we see some improvements there throughout his contract. I'm not expecting instant changes there throughout this specific season, but hopefully Zoe does become a more confident driver. It's like he gets close to the rim and he's just like, who can I kick this to? Which is fine most of the time because he usually finds somebody. But
you know what's funny about Zoe to me? Through the first 6 games, I look at this guy and I'm like, holy shit, his first step is pretty quick. But then I feel like this hesitation that he just wants to pass the ball. And I'm like, will you just fucking shoot it? I'm like, just fucking shoot it. Shoot the ball. And so everybody knows I have this love for Lonzo. I've wanted him for years. But I will scrutinize too. When you get past your defender and there's no one in your fucking vicinity because I don't think your defender understands how quick you are, shoot it. Pull the trigger. Shoot the ball.
What do you think he needs confidence-wise to get that?
I think LeVar needs to go out there and slap the shit out of him or put him back in BBB shoes. What? Why are you laughing?
He's a grown man. If his daddy goes out there and smacks him, he might just retire.
I'm a grown man too. If my dad smacked me, he smacks me all the time. Back of the head, call me an idiot.
You're not on TV or in front of 30,000 people, or it's just a little different.
I pretend like I do when I'm on the podcast.
And you're not a multi-millionaire.
No, I'm a dollar. I'm a
that
dollar.
Has the whole entire world knowing your father's name. So there's a little bit of a difference here.
Oh, you just brought me back to the fucking ground. Thanks. See you later. I'm a loser. I'll see y'all later. Thanks.
We're losers together, and that's all that matters. All right, but we're
Very
not
true.
losers tonight. We're not
Very
losers tonight, Buzz.
I
We're
don't
not
I
fucking
don't
losers
know how to
tonight.
motivate him though, Goose. I don't know what the thing is, but do you know what I'm saying though? I feel like he creates some good space for himself
He
here and
really
there.
does. No,
And he just
it's
doesn't
not
look
like-
to shoot it.
He doesn't. And maybe that's what's made him such a great passer. Like the fear to shoot has made him an epic facilitator.
I just don't get it. I don't
So
understand.
for now, we're just gonna have to deal with it and accept it. And appreciate the things that he does do. But tonight, tip of the cap definitely goes to DeMar fucking DeRozan, because that guy balled out.
Yeah, super efficient tonight.
Super efficient. He took under 20 shots?
No, 13 for 22 for him tonight.
22? Okay, I thought he had 19. So I was off by 3.
Yep, no, 13 for 22 for him tonight, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He finishes 32, 6 boards, 3 assists, only 1 turnover, and plus 15 in the plus minus. So he did really well tonight. The second leading guy in the starting lineup for plus minus is Lonzo at plus 10. Everybody else is in the negative. And then our bench guys and Derek Jones Jr. plus 18, Tony Bradley plus 19.
We only have like 17 points off the bench again.
Yeah, off the bench.
Total stinker.
Yeah, so off the bench, what's 7 plus 4? It's 11, right? Yeah, it's 11. 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 17. 17 points off the bench for the Bulls tonight. It's bad. It's not good.
No, it's not. But we still won by 8 points.
I don't get it. I don't do this team. This team might have it, bro.
The turnover differential has to be close to like 13 to 15. I know we had 7 to 20 at one point.
We had 9 turnovers to their 20.
Okay, so 11.
7 to 15 is very broad.
I knew at one point, like I said, that it was 20 to 7. I didn't know if we got a little loose with the ball there towards the end.
Right.
So I had to get a little broad.
No, I get it. Yeah, I like the way they all look, man. A couple big
narrowed
shots.
It down really quick, asshole. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry. I had a couple big shots from DeRozan too. Vooch scrutinized on Twitter throughout the whole game. Called trash from a lot of people. This guy was called trash. From like I got receipts, and I don't usually do that, but I screenshotted on the old iPhone there. He hits a big shot, 2 big shots in the fourth quarter, scores 5 straight for the Bulls when the Utah was kind of making a run to get back into this game. Like, again, he has not been great percentage-wise. He gets another double-double tonight.
No, but doesn't that have to be the positive here? That you have Zach hurt and kind of not being himself in a sense the last 2 games here since, getting that injury. You have Vooch struggling the whole season. You've had Pat be a shadow of himself until the 5 minutes before his injury that's going to have him out for the season. And we have 1 loss, and we just beat a good team. So
that was a big win.
This was a big win. This was important to start off this stretch of games against all teams that are going to be this caliber and some better. So couldn't have done it any better. But like we said, DeMar DeRozan was definitely the hero of the game tonight.
Yeah, I really like what I saw out of him. I'm really glad to see Ayo getting some run too. 21 minutes for him, dude. Troy Brown Jr. Is he the odd man out? Is he falling out of rotation here?
I don't know.
He only got 6 or 3 minutes.
Troy Brown had that really bad 3-point shot in the first half, and
it was his only shot.
When you take that kind of shot, that's going to be your only shot, and that's what we saw for the night.
Oh no! It was 1 shot took him out, man.
It was a 1-shot wonder, and then he had to go sit down because it was horrible.
Ooh, yikes! Yeah, it was a bad shot. It was.
When you're like the 8th, 9th, 10th man in the rotation, you can't take a fucking shot like that with 3 All-Stars on the floor.
Right. Yeah. I liked the bench unit tonight. I like the defense. I like the energy out of him. Javonte Green. Let's talk about him in the starting lineup real quick. I know we're jumping around quite a lot. I liked it. He gave us what Pat's typically been giving us, but just kind of a high energy guy, and he's just breaking up passing lanes all the time. I mean, just I like Javonte Green. He's good to be there. 22 minutes for him, 5 points, 2 boards. It's not a lot, obviously. 3 personal fouls.
Keith
But-
Bogan's role to power forward. I'm telling you.
Right? No, he a lot better than Bogan's was, I think. But God,
Hey,
Bogan,
man,
Bogan started with fucking
that
Derrick
stat
Rose.
you gave me on Bogans, you can't tell me that there's that many people better than Bogans. Bogans is a god when he scores 6 points or more.
Dude, I gotta find that shot of that game.
You do.
And
you're
whatever
gonna
that
have to
record
find
was.
the clip of that stat, and we're gonna have to
It's like any time Bogan scored over 6, the Bulls were like astronomically in the 2010-2011 season, fucking like winning. Like it was just astronomically better chances of winning than they were of losing. But yeah, any other takeaways from this game in general? I do have one more takeaway I'd like to bring up, and that is our daily Alex Caruso love. That guy just throws himself in the fire, gets the ball. I mean, I just love Alex Caruso, man. I love that this guy is leading off our bench, and I cannot wait to watch him with Kobe White having a scorer next to him coming off the bench unit too.
Yeah, no, he's kind of like Ryan Arcidiacono on steroids. So he's actually good at basketball.
I just did a fucking Nick Young kind of
What?
with the question marks all popping around me. Have you ever seen that GIF? That's just what I felt when you said Arcidiacono.
Yeah,
I would
all
even
about that guy.
I'd go as far as saying that he's like a Kirk Heinrich on steroids.
He's Kirk Heinrich.
On
He's
steroids.
bald Kirk. You're going that far?
I like him, dude.
You know what's funny is I actually had that exact thought during the game, but I wasn't going to do that to you because
You're gonna piss me off right now.
yeah, no, I didn't want to put you in that spot to compare him to one of your heroes.
Oh, you should, dude.
And
He's
your Lord and
fucking-
Savior so soon. You know, we're 5 games in here.
I'm
6
not
games in.
saying he's in the stratosphere of my love for Kirk. I'm just saying that he is a more athletic Kirk Heinrich. He's got that dog in him, and I like it. I like what I'm seeing out of him. I wish he could finish a little bit better in the paint, but I mean, hey, I like what I've seen out of him. So after this game, we play the Celtics, and that'll be on Monday. 6:30 start in Boston. Boston just lost another 2 OT game today to Washington. Washington's 5-1, I think.
So we're tied with Washington in the top of the conference.
Yeah, Washington's like been playing pretty fucking good basketball. Celtics are 2-4.
They got rid of Russell Westbrook.
Oh my God, I love watching the Lakers implode. But yes, I think that the Bulls have a good. It's going to be a tough matchup, man. You got Jason Tatum, you got Jaylen Brown over there. There's talent over there. I know they've been struggling.
So with Tatum, do you think Javonte Green, the ex-Celtic, is going to be the one that gets the assignment?
Oh, on Tatum?
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Or
You're gonna have to have a rotation of freakish athletic guys trying to guard Jason Tatum, and then have Lonzo on like
all right.
Jaylen Brown or something. So I would assume you would see like a DJJ mixture with
combo.
Yeah, with Jalen Green on him, maybe even Caruso here and there. But I mean, that's the thing with Jason Tatum. That guy, if he's
Doesn't
a
matter
walking
who you put
bucket. Yeah, he's a walking bucket. He struggled in the beginning of the season. I had a real bad shooting night, but hey, man, we know what he could do. He's a very talented player. But yeah, I would have a mixture of our best defenders on him and make Jaylen Brown be the one that kills you if he can. Make him be the one that shoot the shots over there to score the ball to try to hurt you, because I could live with him beating us instead of letting Jason Tatum just walk and do it easily. Because of how good of a scorer he is.
So you want to take the Tibbs approach. You want to take Jason Tatum out of the game and have absolutely anybody else beat us.
Yeah, make anybody else beat us but him. I mean, and I'm not saying like that the Celtics don't have other talented players, because they do.
Jaylen Brown can go for 40
right.
piece too.
Right, but I'm making him beat me because I don't know if Marcus Smart's going to play. He's got a little bit of an injury there, and so does Robert Williams. So I don't know what this lineup's going to look like come Monday for the Boston Celtics. But Brown and Tatum are healthy. Those are the two stars over there. Shut down one of them, make the other. Well, shut down Tatum, make Brown beat you. So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
No, I'm on board with that. I'm expecting to repeat it tonight. Convincing victory against a good team.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else before we ride out here, man?
I think we would be doing the Bulls a disservice, or at least Tony Kukoc, if we didn't point out the fact that it was Kukoc night. absolute legend. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame nod. Well deserved. Always kind of good to see one of your favorite teams, past players, get inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's a good feeling. Brings up all those nostalgic feels. So thank you, Tony Kukoc.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to reiterate that. I love Tony Kukoc. Awesome to see him get a night tonight, much like Joakim did on Thursday. Or Wednesday, I'm sorry. What was that?
And he actually got a W.
Yeah, he actually got a W. What the hell is today? Saturday?
Saturday.
Okay, so what's
Halloween, bro?
I know. I'm gonna be Alberto from the movie Luca.
Be Alberto? I'm gonna be a hot dog.
Are you
I waited till the last second. All right, so now that the show's done, this is probably the conversation we usually have as soon as that live thing goes off in the corner.
Yeah.
So I procrastinated like crazy. And at work, they wanted me to be, they want us to be like a weed strain. Like they wanted you to be a play on a weed strain. So I'm looking at costumes on the app before I go to this Halloween store that's in town. And I'm like, oh, shit, here's a bear onesie. I'll be Bear Dance. There's a strain called Bear Dance. So it's like, I'll be Bear Dance. I'll just get a bear onesie. I'll be super comfortable at work all day. And then maybe I'll wear it for a fucking Bears event or something at some point, whatever.
Okay.
Dual purpose. So go to find my Bears onesie, and I get to the store, and there is more people in this Halloween store than there is costumes left. There's like 20 costumes just randomly parsed out on this wall, and then everything else is just black with hangers for like a half acre worth of a store, other than this one half wall of 20 costumes. And there's 60 fucking people in here. And I'm just like, well, I guess this is what I get for waiting too long. I guess I'm not being Bear Dance. So I leave there, and you just have this train of cars going to Party City because they have Halloween stuff too. So, I'm in here, and they had a little bit more, but still nothing that I could really incorporate or that I like really wanted to do. I really don't want to do it in general. I just don't want to be the only person at work that doesn't have a costume. So third stop was Meyer. And the only men's costume they had left was a hot dog pullover thing. And there's a strain called kosher dog. So when people ask me what we are, I'm going to make sure my manager, I don't know, because obviously kosher is kind of like a Jewish term. I want to make sure I'm not like stepping on any boundaries there with it, but it would be like, I'm kosher dog.
That's fucking gnarly. All right. Yeah. I'm Alberto Scofano from the movie Luca. Ren is Julia, and my Ruby is going to be the mean cat from the movie, and Jamie's going to be Luca. So that is who I'm going for as Halloween tomorrow. And then after, the kids are done trick-or-treating, I will return to Buzz form and then just change to my second outfit of the day, which is the drunken neighbor watching sports in his garage. So that's basically what'll happen to me.
Do the Bears play tomorrow night, or
no? They play at noon tomorrow, but I don't give a shit.
No, you're not watching the Bears.
Oh, I'm gonna watch. No, I'm gonna watch. I was gonna bitch and moan about it. You know how I operate. I'm just gonna cry in the garage for a couple hours and drink the pain away, and then go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, dude. The Bears can't bring me down, man. The Bulls are fucking 5-1. We're good. The Bulls had more wins already than the Bears do. So fuck the Bears. Fuck them. Until they get their shit together, I'll always be a fan. I'm a season ticket holder for the Bears, but I am not. At this point, dude. Like, I'm not gonna fucking keep getting mad about them. They draft a quarterback that everybody says is gonna be the savior, and they can't protect
Bears
them.
Sucking means you get to sell your season tickets and collect money and cry at home instead.
Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I've just been selling all my tickets. If people want to go enjoy it, it's still a fun atmosphere at Soldier Field. Tailgating, taking in a game, it's always a fun atmosphere, no doubt about it. But at this point, dude, like after 20
I almost went to
Sox
the Bulls
games,
game again tonight. I looked at the price of tickets. I almost did, and I was like, "No, you work tomorrow, and you can't go to every home game. You're gonna go broke."
I got it. I feel bad, man. I got to take a little bit of a break. I went to like 20 Sox games, already been to 3 Bulls games or 2 Bulls games or whatever. It's just kind of like, all right, time to calm down a little bit, But Yeah, so that's all I have for this episode, man. We'll be back obviously on Monday after the Bulls play the Celtics, but great team win. Glad to see Zach and DeMar do their thing, both over 20. Hopefully they carry it into the next game. So that's where I'm at. Everybody be sure you're going on tapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at BullsOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following Goose at BullScripted, me at BuzzOnTap. 5-star rating and review for anywhere you can listen to podcasts, because you can listen to us. And go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. Comment as we're talking our shit. And if you don't want to subscribe, then do whatever the fuck you got to do. It's all good. We don't really care. We're still going to be here talking Bulls. So we'll be back Monday after the Bulls beat the fucking Celtics. Yeah, I said they're going to beat them because they are. Let's go, Bulls.